We're at the Green Room in Stockton in the Green Dragon Studios, and we're currently stood in the most haunted part. And I'm going to be honest with you, yeah, the level of psychic energy is bowling us over. I'm getting names, screams, smells, all sorts of various sensory communication, all just put into my head, and to be honest with you, I'm getting overwhelmed. So if Claire, if it's alright, could you just tell them what we've got coming up?
Yeah, we don't need to get overwhelmed. We have a distinctly un-ghost-like performance coming up today. So Lottie Willis has come through the Young Musicians Project in Sunderland. She's a really relatable, charming, melodic performer, and she produced a lovely set for you today. So enjoy, and don't get too scared, you'll be fine.
Gregory, you've left the stable doors open!
Sorry, enjoy.
Storm at home and everything was messed up in my head. You told me you'd help me fly when the floods came rushing in because you couldn't watch me drown. Then what did you mean when you said you couldn't do it anymore? You walked away and shut the door in my face. Just sat here on the bedroom floor, wishing that you could do more. Why? You believed in me, you kept my sanity. I thought you wanted me, yeah. You were my remedy, the reason I could breathe, the only one I need, yeah. You told when I should go, when I should stop, when I should slow down. You called me when it got rough, when it was tough and my head fucked up. Then what did you mean when you said you couldn't do it anymore? You walked away and shut the door in my face. I'm a mess. I'm just sat here on the bedroom floor, wishing that you could do more. Why? You believed in me, you kept my sanity. I thought you wanted me, yeah. You were my remedy, the reason I could breathe, the only one I need, yeah. Then what did you mean when you said you couldn't do it anymore? You walked away and shook the door in my face. I'm a mess. I'm just sat here on the bedroom floor, wishing that you could do more.
I've been singing for like as long as I can remember, literally since probably before I could talk, and you know I've been doing singing exams and doing loads of like cover gigs and things like that, but I'd never really got into like songwriting or anything. And then I think it was like my mum and dad that found like a Facebook thing saying that there was like a song in a week, gig in a week, going on, and so we got in contact with Laura Brewis, and then I joined that, and it was literally just write a song in a week and perform it at the end. And then after that, Laura was like, "Oh, we've got, you know, a songwriting group on a Saturday. Do you want to get involved?" And I was like, "Well, we can see. I've wrote one song, but yeah, let's go." And I think after that, I joined, and I didn't write anything for 6 months. And everyone was like, "Come on, Lottie, like, write something." And I was like, "I just can't do it." And then I came in one week and I was like, here's a song, and then it was voices, and then they were like, you need to write some more songs, and then, you know,
Oh, correct.
there it is, yeah.
Yeah. Did you still perform the song that you did in a week, or is that gone? So it was...
That's all good. I mean, I'd probably like to, you know, work on that one again, you know, in the future, and be like, this is what I wrote in a week, and this is what I've made of it. But I would actually, and now you say that, actually, I probably would like to
revisit.
Yeah, and see what I can do with it. But
I guess it was a good sort of platform to.
Yeah,
sort of
definitely. Yeah.
Great. And you're relatively new on the music scene, it's fair to say. How much do you feel you've found your sound, and are you sort of discovering new ways to express yourself with each song that you write?
Oh yeah, every song, I feel like, even though they're all pretty, you know, similar with what they're about, I think I'm finding and exploring new ways of writing, new music sounds. You know, when I first started writing, I didn't really know what I was doing. It was just some words on paper and some chords, whereas now I'm really thinking about, you know, the lyrics and the music I put behind that. And even with my new release, Mirrors, I think that's pretty like prevalent there, like just experiment with new sounds, you know, working with producers that know what they're talking about. I mean, I wouldn't even have a clue, but to work with people that, you know, and I played the song for them, and I brought some reference tracks in that I kind of thought I want it to sound a bit like this.
Like a mood board.
Yeah. And they just did exactly that, and I feel like experimenting with new sounds depending on what I feel like the song should, you know, come across as. I think definitely with every new song I'm exploring different sounds, and
Good. Well, you talked about Mirrors there, your recent single Mirrors, which looks at sort of insecurities that we might feel about ourselves, which is quite relatable to people. What kinds of things do you write? What are your themes? What do you write about in your music?
I tend to practically always write about, like, you know, personal experiences. I feel like that's, you know, I think it's easy to write about, but it's also like important to write about. I feel like, and I feel like when I write about things like, for example, Voices is a lot about, you know, mental health, and Mirrors is a lot about, you know, struggling again mental health through like, that's especially through like lockdown and things like that. I think it's important to, like, because I think other people listening, and especially like my listeners tend to be like my age group. I think it's important for people to realise that it's like okay, like not to be okay, and like there is support there available.
You're not alone. So
Definitely. And I think when people listen to my songs, they take it in different ways, which is also really great. But you know, when I do my gigs and I explain what I wrote them about, and people are like, oh really, that song's about that? So I think it's great. Like, I love writing about, you know, personal experience. Hopefully one day I'll write a happy one.
You don't have to put on a smile if you feel like shit and you felt it for a while. Just know I'm here for you. You don't see what you want in the mirror. You wanna be like those girls, 'cause those girls are much thinner. You look at your phone and you cry. So lay your head on my shoulder, 'cause we've got time. We're only getting older. I send you a message, said I'll be there by 8, but the one you sent back says you're not feeling great. What's up with you? What's up with the girl that pretends she is always okay? The sun goes down and then there's another day gone, a day So when you